and welcome to the Patreon live stream question and answer number 2 of 4 for this year, 2020 December, to make up for a lack of them last month. Yes, I know when I'm in a deficit, and we make those up here, right? So we did receive a ton of questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to answer all 12 of them. But I promise you this live stream will be 30 minutes or less. Satrio's here. Satrio. Hello, I got some uric acid here. Oh my. I don't know what you boys have been talking about, but it sounds pretty hardcore. I see Danny's here. Hey Danny, Megan. Vaughn's here. Wow. Good. So we got a nice little audience here. And Hachko is here. Hachko is a dog. It's a well-known dog. All right, let's get right to it here. And I got some other stuff to discuss here. Amanda writes in here, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Elections are still going on here in the U.S., in Georgia, and that's where Amanda is. But as a resident of Japan, do you get to vote in Japanese elections? No, we do not vote in Japanese elections. I don't. Kanai does. And in Japan, we don't vote for the prime minister, by the way. This is something you vote for the people. A lot of countries are like this. You vote for the party or the person in your local area, and the majority party will elect the prime minister. So we got Abe by default because the elders in this party felt he was the best person for the job. Typically, they do a fairly good job of it, but politicians are politicians, and somebody scratches somebody's back and another person scratches somebody's back, and it would be pretty cool to be able to directly elect our officials, but we do not. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the U.S. in January 5th, I believe, is the Senate runoffs, both of them, which determines the direction for the next 4 years. It's pretty interesting. So I guess you get to vote, Amanda. So Georgia is a very significant state this year. Vaughn, and Vaughn's right here too, right? Wishing you and Kanai a late Merry Christmas. Kanai is just about to go to bed, so I will tell her. Vaughn says Merry Christmas. Okay, I told her. I can't even shout that loud because we got neighbors. So I have to. In America, we just shout at people. I noticed that a lot of families have a shouting problem. It's not a good thing. I should remember that if we have kids. Did Santa take those KFC chicken with him? I don't think so. I don't know. Or he likes Subway cookies better. That's a good question. I can tell you this, Vaughn. I did get a present from the community and Katayama, who sent me something. I'm going to show it to you right now. Somebody sent me a case of Pop-Tarts. I even opened them. This is the dangerous thing with if people can start sending me packages. I like Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts are good. I will eat these Pop-Tarts, but I must be very careful. At age 46, to eat so much sweets has a very good chance of diabetes and other types of things. So I have been, over the last year, trying really hard to watch what I eat, but these will get eaten. That's another reason why I don't give my address out too much, because I would get a lot of junk food. People like to send food that's not always the best for you. However, Pop-Tarts are special. They're not junk food. They're Pop-Tarts. It's a difference. All right. Very big difference. Thank you, Katayama, and everybody for this wonderful gift. I was surprised, actually. This is one of the only things that Santa delivered, and when I opened it, I did not open it until Christmas Day, and Kanai was laughing, and yeah, Kanai was laughing, and she said, Pop-Tarts, and I go, yes, and she was not as happy, but she will have some. You like Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes the Pop-Tarts. Oh, Vaughn says Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ooh, guest appearance. S'mores, blueberries, cherry, and cookies and cream are the flavors. There. Oh. Off! Off! Okay, it's paused. All right. Good question, Vaughn. Alex, Merry Christmas, John Kanai. Alex says Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Dio Real Selex. Just a couple of questions, of course. Actually, a couple is 2, a few is 3, and you're asking a few questions. I'll let it slide. What's the story behind the most meaningful present you've ever received? I can't, there's too many. Every present has meaning. Therefore, by default, since I have to keep this 30 minutes or less, I'll come back to it if we have time left over, which we won't. The most meaningful present, I don't know. A bicycle, maybe? And because it's my first wheels, and I could finally go to places further from my house, maybe. In Japan, I haven't really gotten good presents. Kanai gave me a nice scarf. My grandmother knitted a scarf once. I like handmade Christmas presents, especially things that keep me warm. Actually, I think I got a present from Amanda once, which is a scarf, and I still use it. Thank you, Amanda. It's a good scarf. Would you take the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine even though it's based on extremely new tech and has never been tested, and results have shown that you can still catch the virus and spread it by not fall sick? Where'd you get these questions from, and how does this apply with Japan? This is just general life questions. There has to be rules. Right, moderators? Rules. You know what? I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I might take the Chinese vaccine, which is not available in the U.S., called SINO. I think it's Sinovac. I think that's the name of it. China has a vaccine too, and none of you know about this because it's not reported even on the news. By Lester Holmes, who is the NBC correspondent, who sometimes, I don't know, gets into my YouTube feed, and I watch the news. Did not see anything about the Chinese vaccine, Sinovac, and I might even take Sinovac. I don't know. Maybe Sinovac is better, huh? We never even considered Sinovac. Maybe because China had the virus longer, maybe their vaccine is better. I don't know. All I know is this. We're not going to have a chance to take this thing for a while anyways, so we have some time to see what's going on with it. My friend Scotty Strangepart took the, or the Russian one, JKO Adventures. I'm going to pass on that, Jeanette. I'm going to pass on the Russian one. All right? Okay? Actually, Okapi is the one that said, do not take the Russian one. He said this, and I believe him. We have no Russian Patreon supporters. All right? Number 3. No more 3-part questions. You get like 1 question. We know snack goodie bags boxes can be sent from Japan. Is there any restrictions on sending snacks to Japan? One of the reasons why I don't, and it's not you, it's me. It's like, that's what you say to break up. I want to be honest with you for a second. One of the reasons why it's really hard living outside of Japan to have people send it to me, it's not that there's a restriction on it, but if somebody were to send me something that was illegal, I get in trouble for it. And if I open this up to the public, and the public knows that the way that they get a creator in trouble who gives an address, send them something illegal, all right? And then when it comes in, they're the ones who get in trouble, especially if they give you a home address. Oh my. There is, it's not good, all right? Postcards, letters, okay. Packages, very difficult. And to be honest with you, there's no place to put it. I have a little shrine here, which I have a lot of the things that people have given to me, including this wonderful sign from Las Vegas and a painting a picture somebody done and all these plushies, and I adore everything that I receive, especially at the meetups when I get to meet people. But to have it sent is really, that's tough. But we're trying, and we're gonna see about getting a post box. But there's a lot of things that we have to think about, and I've talked to the police about this, and I've talked to customs about it, and we could get in trouble if somebody were trying to send us something bad, because it's it's a lot of it's a lot. But we're gonna discuss this, and I'm looking into it. Thanks for asking. No, next time only one question, and keep it on target. Nothing political. Satrio, it's your question, Satrio. As I plan to visit my dad tonight, I'll be watching this Q&A with him. Hey, Dad. He stayed in Hatagaya from 1961 to 1966. Whoa. One of his favorite stories, even performed karate at the Budokan. What? Opening in 1964. That's awesome. Wow. I was just watching historical footage from the 1964 Olympics as well. It's getting more and more play on Japanese TV. I love the Budokan. Every time I go there, I know that this has so much history. It's one of the few buildings still remaining. There's like 5 or 6 still remaining from the 1964 Olympics. Everybody loves the Budokan. Pretty sure he'll love OIJ channel. I'll make sure he's subscribed to it also. Thank you. That's awesome. And I want to try really hard to get even more subscribers from down there in Indonesia, because Kanai and I had our honeymoon in Indonesia, and we love Indonesia, and the food is so good, and everyone's always really happy pretty much, except for the only people who aren't happy that make me upset sometimes are the batik salesmen, and whenever I go to visit, they're always like batik, 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 and I don't want to buy any batik. But they say, and it's rude to say, I don't want to go see your batik shop. And then when I go to the batik shop, say, sorry, I didn't want to buy any batik shop. I told you before I came in here. So why did you come here? I said, I don't know. So, yeah, I love Indonesia except for batik. So I started to say, when people said, do you like batik? I said, no, I hate it. And then, because I didn't want to go to the shop. Then, I don't know. It's complicated. Thank you. Terry, does Japan have Social Security benefits? They do. It's getting less and less, and it's not as $1, batik, $1. It's never $1. They say that, and then you can never find the one that's $1. And I love Jakarta, but that is like batik central. Japan does have Social Security benefits, and I'm paying into them. I gotta sit normally. Okay, I'll put my feet up here. They do have Social Security, but I probably won't be collecting either American or Japanese Social Security. They have Japan Social Security, right? 65歳になったらお金くれるじゃない?
Yes.
Does John get money?
Yeah, because you pay.
I'm getting money from Japan, baby. How much do I get?
I think it's different with Japanese people because you came here 20 years ago. Then
23.
23.
I paid a lot, man.
But you pay Japanese tax after that.
Yeah, but I paid a lot. This is my working years. 23, 20. I came here when I was like 26, yeah. 24 to 46, man.
I think better than nothing.
Better than nothing, but less than other people? That is not right. I paid in a lot.
I get more.
Why would you get more? I make more than you. I pay more. I paid in like 1 year, probably more than you made. I don't understand this system. All right, you know what, Terry? This is going to be a problem. And will you be able to collect them someday? Yes. Or will they allow you to live stream from the old folks' home? I really hope that they do, because that would be very interesting. 8G, we will have it by that time, which is probably in like 5 years at the age that I'm aging. Just think of it. Gotta plan ahead, right? Yes. Thank you, Terry. Thanks a lot. Crystal Frost. I'm a new traveler, wondering where is the best ramen in Japan. You can buy in the stores. Mmm. All right, ramen in Japan, it's best. Do you mean like in the supermarket? So when you mean at like the restaurant, the ramen shop, the best ramen you can buy at the ramen shop. All right, I'm not gonna get into this because I'm making an episode on Japanese noodles. I gotta tell you this right now. Any guidebook that says that this is the best ramen, if it is a chain like Ipuru or one of the, it's completely BS. All right, chain ramen is good and all that, but they lose that appeal, and I it just doesn't taste the same after that. And ramen is this dish that is constantly being reinvented and getting better and better and better. All right, these ramens that everybody says is the best, and this is when I will hit Mike Chen in the back of the head sometimes and said, "Wake up!" I told him like that is not a bacon bowl. That is pork. It's not bacon. Stop calling it a bacon bowl and confusing people. And he goes, yeah, but bacon's. I say, it's not bacon. All right. Same with ramen. Stop going to these like two ramen shops that some random chef said that was the best and telling everyone it's the best. The best ramen is the one that you like. The best ramen is the one that you prefer. Which one is better, Pizza Hut or Domino's? I don't know. Each person likes one or the other better. In fact, I think I make better pizza than Pizza Hut and Domino's. All right? So it just really depends. And I've had some ramen in Kyoto that was so incredible in Ichijoji, which is the ramen town there. You can't get that in Tokyo. There's ramens all over Japan. The one that I had, and I'm introducing to you in another noodle episode coming in January or maybe in early February. It just depends how quickly I can edit. I take you to a very very special ramen that is so good, and you're gonna love this. It's actually up in Tohoku. It's incredible ramen, and you know what? Traveling around and trying different kinds of ramen, awesome thing. Do not trust the rankings. Do not go to what's popular because every single day a new ramen shop opens. All right, so look for the next good one. Don't follow the beaten track with ramen. I'm telling you, it's okay to do that, but try to find the new places. That's a tough question. Thank you, Crystal. Um, I'll have a video on this soon. On the new edited video. Clifford I. Kruger. Clifford's been with us for a long time, Clifford. Thank you so much for being a supporter for so long. Really, and Kiki as well. Love you, Kiki. Kiki's been part of the OIJ family for a very long time. Clifford writes in here. So it's just about everybody. Everybody. Terry, too. Merry Christmas and hi. Oh, hold on a second. Clifford, when are you going to do a live stream from a swan paddle boat? I want to see you and Peter race. Is that how you? That's how I think you would have said it if you were here, Clifford. I want to see you and Peter race. First of all, I would destroy Peter. All right. I think that this could happen next year. I think this would be a lot of fun. We could have even Joji and Kanai filming it too. Have competing channels or something. I don't know. Peter is a busy man, so he says. So we'll see about this. This would be fun, actually, to get the paddle boats. I don't think anybody's ever actually raced across and just say, ready, set, go, and then just see what happens. I'm up for that. Clifford, thanks for the idea. We're going to do it. I don't know when. Depends on Mr. I wear leather jackets and look like Negan from Walking Dead. I told him, you look like Negan. He's like, what do you mean? And he went and got his baseball bat. Awful. Kiki, Happy Christmas to all the OIJ family, John and Kanai. Kiki says Merry Christmas. She's already asleep. Really appreciate your hard work as usual, specifically the fireworks Matsuri in Yamagata and Niigata this year. You made me feel so emotional. Anyway, my question is about coffee. I just woke up. I was about to go to bed and now I'm awake because Kiki said the magic word. Do you like medium roast or dark roast? Dark roast. Dark roast. Darker. The older I get, the darker. I don't even think you can get darker than like French or Italian roast. I just start to while I'm brewing it, I just start to chew on the beans. Right? Dark roast. Would you prefer coffee beans are being washed or natural? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Do you have a grinder? Yes. I have my grandmother's grinder. Um, my grandmother has been, and she's from England too, Kiki. She 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 passed away like 10, no, like 12 years ago, but I still have her grinder that she had for 10, 12 years before that. And so every time I make coffee, I think of grandma. Um, and that's her coffee grinder. It's like I didn't want any money or anything like that. I just wanted the grinder. Let my other family keep, all the other stuff. Just give me the grinder. Seriously, that's my grandma's grinder. It's very emotional. So I don't know what natural or washed is. I'll take whatever I can get if it's the good stuff. Does Kanai like coffee? She does, but she likes cafe latte and stuff. She likes a lot of the milky stuff, but the bitter stuff. Don't Kanai can't make the coffee. She makes it too strong. She doesn't know how to use the coffee maker properly, so it's never really works that good. But she does prefer. She does like tea, but I drink more tea because she's making it, and then when I make coffee, she'll have some of that. If Kanai prefers tea, what type of tea? The Rubio's tea now she's drinking. More Rubio's tea. I don't know what it is, but it smells funny. I like rose hip tea, but you like Rubio's? She's not answering. Japan, specifically Tokyo, is seeing the full force of COVID-19. The worst is yet to come in Japan. It's true. Please stay safe. Stay home. Kiki, I'm staying pretty local on my bicycle, and as soon as the new year hits, I'm probably for the next 2 weeks just going to be staying in. January is going to be a really, really quiet month. Maybe the first couple days of January I might do some stuff, and then I'm really, really slowing down and only in Japan Go. I will still do like 15 live streams a month, but in December this year I think I'm doing like 25 or 30 live streams or something. So I'm gonna really back down on the live streams in January, and then when February and March, I'll start to build back up again. But we're gonna try to take a break just because of that, Kiki. And I think I should focus on the new channel and start the editing. I got so much stuff to edit, anyways, Kiki. I'm pretty good just staying home, but and would you stop touching the front of your mask, pulling it down? It's probably good advice. Um, the front of the mask is the dirtiest of them all. I'm not really so yeah, I understand that, but when I'm riding my bike and I'm wearing the mask, I'm not actually going anywhere where I'm exposed to people in a crowd or anything like that. So I the only reason I wear the mask, to be frank, um the last week is just because it makes other people feel comfortable. That's the only reason. I'm not in a crowded place at all. Even today's live stream with the Wagyu burger, I don't there wasn't really anybody around. And when I ordered the burger, there was like two people in the store. So I'm not really too concerned. As if you touch the front of your mask, I do have the wet tissues and the napkins, and but Kiki, you're probably right because I think I should be showing taking it off properly so other people would do the same thing. So this is really good advice. Thank you. I do appreciate it. And I know that when people are telling me about this, they're doing it because and Kiki's here. I got you, John. So Kiki's doing it to take care of me, and I appreciate that, Kiki. And this is why we love you. And when I say we, I'm talking about Hachiko here because Kanai went to sleep early. Thank you. Hold on a second. We can hear you with a mask on. That's true. I'm pretty loud. May the new year bless you and Kanai with health, happiness, and lots of fun. You got it. I was thinking, Kiki, actually, I was thinking of going to check out um, on the 1st just to go for a very quick live stream on bicycle because we're going to go to Kanai's place just to see what it looks like from a distance because Kanai doesn't live too far away from Asakusa. What it looks like this year there. I just want to know if people actually go or not, and I don't think there's anybody who's going to go. But I might just get on my bicycle and from a distance just live stream and see if there's anybody there, and just kind of tell people to stay home and not go out, and then ride my bike back to Kanaisa. Actually, not a lot of people go out anyways, where her family lives. So it would be really safe to do that as long as I didn't start walking around Sensoji Temple and where the people are. I think it'd be okay. But when you take a look at the live stream that I did last year on the first, um, trust me, I'm being really, really careful because I don't want to catch anything. So I don't want to catch anything because then if I did, then somebody else would, and so I'm always really mindful of it. I take, of course, whenever you go outside, you're taking a risk, but I take very, very calculated risks that weigh the benefit because I do have to keep work going with the downsides of it. And I studied economics, and I kind of always looking at equilibrium, trying to find something that balances the risks with the rewards and something that won't impact, and the risks include getting sick, and it's really hard to do that. But for the most part, all of the location shoots I've done were pretty responsibly done, including the ones with Japan Rail, which made me take my temperature every day, which we do now anyways, just so that we can make sure that we're healthy. And if we see any temperature changes or spikes, then we know, maybe it's time to separate or go get tested or something. But neither of us has had fevers this year. At least not. I think we had influenza in January or in last year, but this year we've been okay. Thank you, Kiki. Jennifer. It's Jennifer French. We love Jennifer French. Jennifer French is. I feel Jennifer's presence. Hi, John. I have 3 questions. Of course, Jennifer. How was the Christmas cake? It was really good, and we just ate the last piece tonight. It took us 3 days to eat it. It was quite large. I had one piece 2 nights ago, one piece yesterday, and then one piece about 15 minutes ago. It was from Demels. It was really expensive because we had a lot of really nice people give us super chats, and I promised to get a really nice cake for Kanai, and she was really happy with that cake. It was really, really good. And then she said she might want that for her birthday, which is next month. So it's a good choice. Can you describe the flavors? It was chocolate. It was a Demels, which is a famous bakery in Vienna on Kolmarket Street, about a 5-minute walk from Stephensplatz, or St. Stevensdom, which is this beautiful cathedral in Vienna. Vienna is one of my favorite cities. It's one of the first cities that I visited when I was backpacking. I always try to make it there every few years. There's just something really special about that city. And Demels is this, when I first started backpacking, it's one of the most famous dessert shops in the world, maybe. And they have a shop in Ginza. And I was able to get this cake from there. And they make it where it's very, very chocolatey, but it's not super heavy chocolatey. And there's this, I don't know, they put a little bit of air in the cake, I think, but not like to cheapen it or lighten it, but to balance it. So it doesn't feel like it's like a cheap or too light, but it doesn't feel overly like a New York cheesecake heavy. This is a really, really good, and I don't know if you saw the picture of it, but I did upload one on Discord. It was good. You couldn't really eat more than a small slice of it too. Not like mousse. Um, it's more like a mousse is a softer chocolate. It's more like a richer chocolate, but there was cake in it. But that cake was like a chocolate. It's very, very unique. If I do buy one for Christmas for Kanai's birthday, then I will definitely have to show you what it looks like inside. I might have a picture of it actually. I'll put it on the Discord server if I have a picture of it in the inside. What were the 2 favorite episodes from 2020? The edited episodes, I would have to say I like the Buddha sunglasses, and a lot of people didn't like it. But the paradox, I guess that would be the word, of the disco feeling of a Buddha wearing glasses, and people are like, I don't like this nightclubbing music. I said, look, that's part of the fun of the channel, to see some kind of parallels between a Buddha glasses, like what, and the disco looking. Come on, it was the perfect music for it. That episode did not get suggested on at all on YouTube, and I'm not even sure why. But it only got about 45,000 views, which is actually quite a bit. But it for what I thought it would do. I thought it'd be a lot better because it's a viral image of a Buddha statue with traffic lights. Just one of these freak occurrences. I love that episode. For live streaming, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Probably the last one, which only 16,000 people saw, where I interviewed the hotel owner in Kesanuma about 2 weeks ago. I really liked that episode because he explained his story in English, and we were able to ask him questions, and I was able to take you in there with me. I don't know if all of you have seen this one. That was a really special one, and I have his contact information, and I'm gonna try to go back up there next month, and see if he can hook me up with some other people who want to share their stories for an episode that I can release on March 1st, which is 10 days before the anniversary. So we'll see if we can do something like this. I want to share the stories, and he was very happy with that interview too. He could tell that I took that very seriously and had really good questions, and a lot of it came from our community, and that I'd been up to Kesanuma as a volunteer for a little bit. So for me, I'd heard about him and his hotel. It was very famous in the region. Anybody who was volunteering 10 years ago after the tsunami, and almost all of us knew each other. So all of the volunteers, we were all kind of connected. We all kind of, there were about 10 or 15 foreigners that were super, super involved. I was not super, super involved, but I went up there several times with my friends who were. And we did raise some money to buy food. We raised money to buy food, and we raised money to get gasoline for the trucks to drive up there. And I'll tell some more of these stories, but I knew about his hotel, and that was a good story. And he was like, how come I didn't know you when it's like, I don't know. He knew all the volunteers. Everybody just knew everybody at this time in this situation because everybody was just helping everybody. That was when in these kind of natural disasters in 2001, 9/11, New Yorkers really came together, and then you could see the community, and you really knew the people that were giving the most. Back in 2011, after the tsunami, you really knew the people who were still here. So that's a story I want to go. That was probably the most special one. Can you give us a preview of some of the episodes you're planning in 2021? No, a little bit. Okay. The noodle tour is going to be a lot of fun. I took Cody up there with me. He's a ramen guy in Japan, and the two of us went up there and we ate a bunch of noodles. So I'm going to show you every single kind of noodle that they have in Japan. It's going to be a pretty cool episode. That's probably coming in January or February. What else is there? There's a lot of really good episodes. The next one is a different type of sushi that maybe you've never seen before. I wanted to challenge myself with this one. I wanted this to come out 2 days ago, but because of the holidays, I've been taking it a little bit slow, and the fireworks video, so I'm going back and forth between the two. So this might drop tomorrow or the day after. I'm not really in a rush, but it will drop before New Year. That is for sure. That is for sure. So that I can share, but I got some big, big, big plans, and I'm probably going to be going out more in rental cars or trying to stay safe by driving out to the locations. And I'm going to try to film more than one episode by when I leave. I'll try to film 2 or 3 episodes at each time. So then I'll be able to get more content out. That's the only way to make it work out. Because to grow a new channel now, it's very competitive. You have to have really good content, but you have to release content more often a little bit. So that's the way it's got to work. It's the way it is. Hey, Rizal! I just started watching your streams, starting with the one on Aogashima and Tokyo's Secret Islands. Actually, I did do live streams from Aogashima and Ogasawara. There's some pretty good live streams on Go. Would you revisit some of the previous places? I plan to. After the pandemic, Besides going home to the U.S., where else in the world are you thinking of traveling? We were thinking of going to the Philippines in March, but that didn't work out. We wanted to go to Singapore, Malaysia. That didn't work out. We wanted to go to India this winter. That didn't work out. We wanted to go to Christmas. Kanai still wants to go back to Iceland to see the aurora, which we didn't get to see 2 years ago. That didn't work out. A lot of things didn't work out. So hopefully we can go do that. I really do want to go to the Philippines. We have a lot of viewers there. That'd be really cool, as well as the West Coast. We also wanted to go to In-N-Out Burger and see California and drive around the west side of the U.S. Maybe go up to Washington. Um, Maybe go to Oregon, see some of our friends there. Go hang out with Jim, get some ramen. Jason writes in from very warm and sunny Canada. Merry Christmas. Jason, I just want to start off saying thank you so much. You've been such an important part of Kevin's channel, and I saw the message that he made, and I didn't know how much of an impact that you. I mean, you really encouraged him and helped him, and I'm so thankful for that. So just Kevin saying thanks on one side, and I'm saying thanks on the other. Thank you so much for helping my buddy, and um, he needs all the encouragement in the world, and I like to kick him in the butt too a little bit. And I told him about the Wagyu burger, and just say why is Wagyu bad for burgers? Make that episode. I told him that today. So in order for his channel to break out, he's got to stop being so stubborn with his content and think about what people want to see and what makes them curious instead of just making cooking videos. There's too many people doing what he does. He's got to be different and unique, but he holds back. He doesn't quite understand that. So I'm gonna keep pushing him. We got this. We got this, Jason. We got this, Jason. And you encourage him too to be different, okay? Because Kuma's Kitchen's good, but he's got to keep making it better and different. You can't just do cooking videos. He's got to be in the thumbnail too, all right? He's got to be in it. If he's not in it, then the algorithm just sees a bunch of food. It's really hard. He doesn't understand how the YouTube works yet. And I'm hesitant to give advice because he's not asking for it. Ask him to ask me advice because he's not gonna. I'm not gonna give him advice unless he asks. Guys don't do that. It's true. Thank you, Jason. All right, now, will I need to send in a new video submission for the Only in Japan channel fan intros, or will the ones you sent? All right, if you sent me a really long one, redo it in the way that I asked, which is, and Satrio's kind of started in on it, and I can kind of edit that, Satrio. Like, push record and give it some time, okay? Because if you just start right away, it's hard for me to cut it, and I have to set up all the videos in a timeline. So if you just want to do the Only in Japan title call again, that might be pretty cool if you didn't do it like this. Just saying Only in Japan. Just like this, because that's going to be probably the main part of it. I don't think we have too much time for the ones that were sent in before. Some of them were a little bit too long. But there's an appearance by somebody in a crow mask hiding in a tree that might have to be added into there. Tony. Hi, John. I had 2 questions. What's your top 3 favorite Japanese desserts? I feel like I answered this. It changes. It just depends on how I feel. Right now, cake, pudding, and cookies. I don't like kakigori because it's like ice, and I think it's a ripoff. I'd rather have ice cream. I don't like Japanese cheesecake because it's too light. Give me the New York stuff. Why are you skimping? I want it heavy. I'm not a big fan of Japanese desserts, but probably mochi with anko, just a daifuku. Daifuku is maybe. Let's keep it simple. I'm not a big fan of Kit Kats, but I eat them because they're interesting. But very few of the Kit Kats actually live up to the taste. I just think it's a waste of money sometimes, but it's interesting to try something new. All right, and they're inventive, so I try it. but I never really like it that much. I like normal. You know what the best Kit Kat is? The normal chocolate ones. All right, but it's fun and interesting. That's it. Um. Oh, you know what? There's one cake that it's. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the Kit Kats. I think they're too chemical, and I don't know. Nestle's kind of a dodgy company. Um, there's a cake that I want to send you from Sendai, but we need the airmail to be moving quick in order for me to send it. I think it has an expiration date of like 10 days. But I can send them, but the I'm afraid that the packages won't move quick enough. So I'm just always worried about. They're so good. These soft cakes with like custard inside of them. Oh, you cannot. There's no way you can get this in the US. But my daughter ate the sparkling wine Kit Kats. Don't give that to your daughter. That's like sparkling wine. But there's no alcohol in it, so she can okay. But you don't want her getting used to the taste of booze. I don't actually think there's much alcohol in it. I don't even know if it actually, you can't get, you can't get drunk off of that. Peter even asked me, how many do you have to eat to get drunk? I'm like, Peter, you'll throw up before you even get a buzz, okay? Just from all the sugar. So I don't know. Daifuku, okay? Tony. Have you ever done a live stream in a karaoke place? No. The problem with karaoke is even though it's not the actual song, cover songs get dinged for copyright. It's hard to pick a karaoke song that won't ding you for copyright. So that's why it's a tough topic. It will be nice if you, Kevin, Dean, and Peter do a singing competition. At the end, we think the community should vote for the winner. Yeah, you know what? I know that the community is not gonna pick me. All right? It's just you wouldn't pick the community from whom you are coming from. You have to pick a guest. So in that light, I would not be able to take part. Although I would be like a host, I would have to step away and let the others do it because no one would vote for me. And if you did, why are you voting for me? I'm an awful singer, even when I'm at my best. These are tough questions. Sunny writes in here, hi, John. Hi, Kanai. She's asleep. I'll tell her you said hi. Actually, I already did. Because I told her, what is it? Oh, no. Today, I told her about the Wagyu burger, Sunny. So, yeah, she knows. Well, and I'm actually going to do 2 more live streams, so we'll get a chance to say hi. But she says hi back. I know she does. What is the one thing that we are to expect from Only in Japan Channel 2021? I think you should expect many things, Sonny. What is the one surprise that we are to expect too? If I tell you, it's not a surprise, right? I don't know. Can I tell you? I would rather you have the surprise and be surprised by the surprise. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but nothing is jumping out of a box, all right, and gonna shock you. But there could be some stuff that's shocking, and heck no, I'm not going to tell you about it. No way. It's closed. You'd have to be in the new Shogun. I'm going to make a new category, the Shogun category, and this is the person that I whisper all the secrets in this person's ear. All right, 1 secret a month. It's a new category, Shogun. I'm thinking about it. Somebody asked me, goes, John, can you make a category that is bigger than the daimyo one because I really want to support you? And I said, you know what? I don't. Okay, I'll make a Shogun, but what am I gonna give? A 2 daimyo packages? I don't want the ability to control me. I could tell you a secret. Or you can sponsor a live stream maybe, or if you have an idea, and you want to pay for me to make an episode, you can do that as a Shogun, maybe. But Jennifer's, that's 10,000 like Turkish lira a month, maybe. But $10,000 would be too ridiculous. But there are some people that like the show and they want to support it, and if they don't have that option, then I'm really happy with the support that we have now. If you to make a $50 like category doesn't make a lot of sense to me because I'm not sure what I would send. To send the packages requires time. Actually, it's kind of hard. But but the reason why I like to do it is because Kanai and we do this together, and it's just like, at the end of it, we feel like we did something really big and special. That's why I still keep doing it because it has nothing to do so much about the money so much as like we feel like we did something special after preparing like all of these boxes, and it just feels cool to go to the post office and go, we're done, and it's a good feeling. So that's why I don't need to do like 50 or 100 of them. I'm pretty happy with the little family of supporters. I don't know what would happen at the Michael packages. Probably we're gonna do is I think we had 7 or 8 people. Oh, sorry, I wanted to address this. Every time I try to make the video, Kanai is not ready or something. So in the next couple days it will come out. In order to do this, you would have to either let me know which one is better for you. I send you an invoice from Payoneer. It sounds very businesslike, and then we just send it to you. This is what I've been doing with the Blu-ray discs, or you just increase your pledge on Patreon and then return your pledge back. You automatically get charged, and you return it back, and you'll get charged again, and then make sure you select the tier, so then you get back in the postcard club or back in the daimyo after you return, or else it doesn't register. So if you do more when you return, make sure you're in the right tier, and then that extra gets sent to us, and then we just do it. That seems to be the easiest way, and we've done that a few times. So probably that's what we'll do. We have about 12 Michael boxes, and 7 of them seem to have been claimed by messages. I did get them, but I have no way to respond because we're going to put the answers in the video. So, Sunny, I did. Please send me the invoice. Okay, I feel bad. I don't want to send invoices to people that are like my friends and supporters and stuff. It feels weird. I just want to send you the boxes, actually. We'll make a video on how to do this, and then you can just tell me which one you want. But we can do that, okay? I'm thank you so much for supporting what Kanai is doing. This is something that she's wanted to do for a long time, and we're really happy to get these Michael boxes out. We had to renew them because they were getting a little old, so I think we renewed some of the stuff in there, which is good. So what are the one thing to expect? Okay, so I did get a new camera. Hold on a second. I did get a new camera, and it's really nice. Here. So a couple of things. I'm just setting up to explain this real quickly. So a couple of things here. So I did get the Sony A7S III. I put the body cap on it to protect it. I tried to take the lenses off. This is an amazing lens, okay, Sonny? This is paid for by Irvan, who always gave like really incredible support in the live streams. I saved all of that. Irvin knows this. I saved it all. I put it in a special department, special place to buy this lens. You see that it's got this crazy, you see this here? This lens cost about $3,000, okay? For this one lens. It's not that heavy, actually. This is a beautiful lens, and I think it's going to make really, really good episodes. When it is on this camera here, it just really opens up. Yeah, trust me, when I put this money back into the show, okay? You have to keep investing. This is what it looks like with this lens here. And what this is gonna do is, it's so wide that I think it's 6 millimeters or something, right? for micro four thirds, it's 12 millimeters, which is 6 in micro four thirds. Let me see if I can turn it on. You can see here. I don't know. Can you see that? It's super wide. Here, look at this. This is me. All right. Look at it's right next to my face, and look how wide I am. You can see my whole room. This is an amazing lens. And when I'm in a restaurant and eating, or in a tight spot, or if I'm just walking or whatever, this lens is amazing. And it adds a depth of field, which you don't get for wide lenses because it's f2.8. And this means that I can blur the background a little bit, so if there's another customer or something eating, you don't see their faces so clearly, and that then I don't get in trouble, because you don't want to in Japan, you should blur the faces. It's just a professional thing to do. There's privacy laws. So this lens is this is from Irvin, actually. It's a compilation of just support. All right, huge. And this is a lens that Irvin wants too, so hopefully he can get it too. My Sony buddy. This lens is probably the all-purpose lens. This is a 24 to 107 Sony lens. It's a great lens. It's optically stabilized. I had to get I've been putting all the money in buying new equipment, including a new computer. I'm getting a new desk with all of the super chats and the support, because Only in Japan has been sustaining me as my main channel for this year. So the desk and the Twitch setup that I'm trying to build, and all of this is coming in from Only in Japan Go and Patreon support. I had to get a new Rode mic. This is the new one. You can see it's kind of cool because you can move it back and forth. And this mic, what makes this one special is that, number one, I did not drop this in the onsen. So the other mic was ruined and I had to buy a new one. But this one is USB-C, and I can make this a USB-C mic. So when I'm traveling, I can actually, on my MacBook Pro, I use this mic for like doing Twitch or something on the road. So I want to try to be able to do Twitch on the road, which is something that a lot of Twitchonians can't do. But if I can do Twitch stream on the road, that'd be pretty sweet. That's what I want to be able to do. It's a pretty cool mic, and I've been trying to invest in, and you're gonna see the quality improve with the Sony cameras. I've already seen it. It's pretty incredible. And I ordered the FX6, which is a $6,000 camera, Sonny. This is the biggest purchase for this year. It's a cinema camera, and I've been wanting to get one of these for a long time. The reason why is I like to have something held in my hand and be able to film all the time in really good quality. This camera is I guess, it's hard for me to say. It depends on the situation, but I always like to have two cameras running. I've been using my iPhone and been using another camera, a GoPro. I don't want to use the GoPro as much, or the iPhone. I want to be able to use the same kind of cameras, two Sonys, and then that'll make sure that the quality is just a little bit better. I do think that we have to up the quality of the videos this year, and this is going to be a big thing. The FX6 has something called Cinetone, which means that it looks really good color without me having to spend too much time color grading it. The color out of Cinetone is incredible. Now this camera does not have it, but the FX6 does, and that's going to be something that really helps. I used to have Sony cameras before I turned to Panasonic in 2015. Now I'm back to Sony again, and it's sort of familiar to me. But you're going to see an upgrade in that. I'm also getting a new tripod, which is going to be a little bit expensive, and probably the DJI Mavic Pro 3, the new drone that comes out. I have the Mini, which I can take with me, and depending on where I go, I can use the Mini in some places where I can't use the Mavic Pro. So I have a tool for everything. So I'm going to be ready for going out for like 2 weeks and doing a lot of episodes, and I'll be able to come back. but I have the gear now to go out and do it. I even bought a new backpack that will be able to put my gear a little bit more structured. So this year involved buying a lot of things and investing, um, putting the money back into the show to make it, I don't know, better for 2021. So I've had my eyes set on that. So I've been kind of holding back, and now the cameras are starting to rolling and the gears coming in. I'm ready now to charge forward. So that's probably the biggest. I wouldn't call it a surprise, but that's something that you should see if the quality of the filming goes up. I don't really care that much about the pixels, I'll be honest with you, but I do think that I have to compete and I have to always continuously get better and better and better. And if that means better cameras and better lenses, there's no reason why I can't do that and not be, you know, you know, it, I like my GH5, but it's 4 years old, so it's time to go full frame. You can see the difference, especially in low light. So that's about it. I think 2021 is going to be a pretty exciting year. Um, I got a lot of big plans, but a lot of it has to do with the situation here in Japan. I'm slightly worried about. Oh, I said 30 minutes. It's like 56. Darn you, Peso! Are you here? Ruined it. 2021 is going to be a good year, but I don't know how the. Remember how it all started. A 2003 documentary in 360 potato quality. Yes, that is true. That is true. The yeah, that's a pretty crappy video too. It wasn't that good. It was pretty cool in 2003 because I made an actually like a 90-minute video. That was impressive, right? My first video was 90 minutes long and it was all edited. I was impressive. Even my parents were impressed. Everybody sat down and watched John's first video, hitchhiking across Japan, when I went to visit, and they felt like they were like, John, we felt like we just watched a long movie. I felt really encouraged by that. Um, but yeah, now we're gonna be doing some pretty big stuff. I don't know what big events I'm gonna do in 2021. Like we did the fireworks thing. We had some big events. I don't know what it is yet, but expect to have some sort of big bring the community together sort of event again, okay? One of the ideas is that Peter and I ride motorbikes around Hokkaido in the summer after the Olympics for 2 weeks. And we make up t-shirts with two dudes riding across Hokkaido, and it's got a little Hokkaido mark on it, and two dudes riding bikes, and maybe I got like bugs in my face or something, or I don't know, headbands. Peter looks like Negan from Walking Dead, and he's got a baseball bat. I don't know. There's lots of really cool ideas that we could kickstart and get people to come together, and that might be fun. So expect one big project next year, at least one big project next year. That's about it. Vaughn, you can't keep me talking. I saw that now, and that stopped me. Are you trying a Japanese serpent? I don't think so. John, will Peter let you ride one of his bikes? I don't think so. He won't. He let me touch them, but he won't let me start them. Like I tried to get on one, like I was gonna start it. No, he's very protective and he doesn't want to go to jail. Apparently, I'm a risk. I ride bikes all the time. That fishing stream also 90 minutes long. Please show the whole thing to patrons in the future. Yes, actually, that's something I could probably do. Right now, because I'm kind of taking it easy. I don't know if I'm gonna get the fireworks video finished by the 30th. It's about 50% done, but I like to take my time with stuff, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna hit the deadline target, but it's getting close. Because I'm switching back and forth between the sushi video and this one, these two. So, and I'm trying to rest too. It's gonna be hard, but I gotta give an update to the Kickstarter people probably tomorrow about that. But actually, I'm pretty happy that most of the stuff has started to arrive for the Kickstarter people. The packages arrived in Canada a little bit, and in Malaysia, and in Singapore, and probably it's making its way to Europe. Two things. One, the labels that she used were really cheap, and I'm hoping that they don't like peel off the paper. And the second thing is that she didn't really know how to put the labels on or to tape them down. And actually, those envelopes that she put them in, they're very easy to rip and break open. And I think in some of those situations, I don't know if they're gonna make it to the destination, but I'm hopeful because they made it to Canada, and Canada really beats up their mail, because I've seen the way that that Madison's packages came, and some of them look pretty beat up. And sometimes the postcards that Jason gets is a little bit damaged too. So Canada Post is pretty rough, but they're making it there. So I'm pretty encouraged by that. That's about it. Thanks so much for supporting. I appreciate it. Hopefully, yeah. Doesn't what? Never had a good experience with the stuff. So far, it's been okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna rush it, but I do know people are waiting. There's always about like 2 or 3 people that are really tough on me, and I respect that, because if people are supporting and they're waiting, you don't want to keep everybody waiting. So it's good to be pushed a little bit, but I want the quality in the video to be really good. So I'm gonna go at my own pace with one eye on the fact that it should be done ASAP. So that's the best. That's how I operate. My parts cards always arrive in pristine condition here. Do they? Really? I'm gonna ruin one. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put like a big like scratch through one of them peso, but I'm gonna send you 2, and I'll send you one the next day. That's the second one the next day. I would do something evil like that. That'd be pretty funny too. Like really damage one, and then the next day the next one comes. That'd be pretty funny. Just something stupid. For the most part, packages and postcards arrive in good condition, writes Jason. For the most part, there were some that were not, that did not. Just saying. Just saying. It will be okay. Finished by January. Yes, everything will be done by January. By gosh, it will be. The hitchhiking video was like delayed by a year, like over a year, and it was hell. This might be delayed like a week or so. It's not that tough of a project compared to. I had 45 days of footage and like 3 terabytes of data. This is nowhere near that scale. This is so much more manageable, and I already have the server to deliver everything. Everything is so set up so much better than the Kickstarter one, the first one. I'm really happy with the way that this one has gone, even though I probably should not have let the Fireworks Association. I didn't get any money off of this. Actually, the Fireworks Association took all of the money and reimbursed me like for any expenses. It was weird, right? So I think next year that I'm just going to have everybody pay me, and then I will pay off all of the things and do it the other way, because we trust them, but it was when they took the money like this, it's a lot for me to risk, because of the reputation is being put in somebody else's hand, because it's my face out there advertising this. So that was really tough to trust them. So I don't know if I'll do it again. It's tough. Yeah, that's a lot of money too. And Kanai and I actually, we really did check the receipts and everything, just out of transparency, because we wanted to make sure that as much money as we possibly could went into the production of fireworks, and that 1 cent was wasted on something luxurious that would not be put into the making of fireworks. I said, can we use this? Can we use more of this money to make more fireworks? And she said, we could. I said, let's do that. That was my answer. So it turned out pretty good. And I was still surprised that it was only like 5 minutes long. I thought we would have bought more than like 5 minutes with the fireworks, but it was still pretty amazing. That project was still pretty darn amazing. But I was like, so what you're saying is that like $40,000 for this one, and we put in like I don't know, like 25% into the Shakudama and the other one, and then the most of it in Omagari. So you're saying that's all that bought? Like 300-400 of them? it's quite expensive. That was, but it was a significant project. It was still pretty amazing. But we put in everything in that. So much so that we didn't have money to send an airmail at the end of it because of a mistake we made in the weighing. We had a discretionary fund, but we exceeded that because of the because we put the discretionary fund, a lot of it, into making more fireworks because I told her to. It's kind of my fault in a way. It's all about having fun. But the money was used for fireworks. Thank goodness. Take the money, blow it up. That's what we do. I don't know if we'll do it next year, but it's a possibility. Because it's a good project. I heard John ordered the 12 Pro. Peso, yes, that's it's supposed to come on between the 31st and the 8th of January. So I'd say in January we'll see a bump in the live streams, but I don't know if you'll notice it. My wide angle lens doesn't have a holder to use that on the 12, so I won't be able to use the super wide, but I did not get the max because the max, I do not see any benefit in low light. The only thing I see is you can zoom a little bit more, but I did not see enough of a benefit to warrant getting the max over the regular one. I think it's just a little marketing con. The smaller size means that the gimbal is better and it means smoother video and less of a chance that I break the phone. What's the thing that you look for? Thing you looked for the upgrade, John? It's 5G? No. I think it was the HDR and the better coloring, a little bit better low light ability. And I wanted 512 gigabytes. This one has 256. I wanted more storage so that I think YouTube is going to be able to cache a lot of it into the RAM. And after the live stream, I think they're going to do something where I can upload into 1020, 1080p from the memory of the phone. I think that they're working on something like that, and having 512 gigabytes of RAM. I got the top 12 Pro that I could get with memory. I think that that's going to be an option that comes with the app next year sometime. And I'm going to need as much memory as possible. So I think that that's... I don't know. I don't know if you're going to see a benefit or not. I think in the summertime, the phone will stay cooler because it's less processing and we'll have less overheating problems, which we did with this phone, not as much. And the other phone, iPhone 7 Plus, this one was awful with overheating. So I think that that's going to be something that we see with the iPhone 12 Pro. And I will get the 13 because I think that's going to see a massive improvement over the 12 Pro. I wasn't sure that I wanted to get this, but I cracked the screen here, so it kind of sealed the deal. The better modem strength of the iPhone 12 is also something that was attractive. So I don't know if I will get a stronger signal, but if there's a chance of that, then if it helps by 10 or 20%, that's huge. Anything that I can do to make sure the signal looks better is important, and if I can and if that does that, then that's something to look forward to. And Alex, who I talk to a lot on Patreon, we're always talking about that. He told me about some of the benefits of the 12, and I don't think it was worth like $1,300. I think it was a pretty expensive phone. I don't know if it's worth it, but we do make money off of the live streams, off of Only Japan Go, and I should invest in the show. So this is putting the money back into the show, so it seemed to make sense. I don't need a phone, though. I didn't need it, but I think it'll improve. Ever thought about setting up a storefront on your WordPress site? Somebody said that they would help me out with my website. It's definitely going to happen because I want to sell those Blu-ray videos. And by the way, if you're interested in a Blu-ray video, now that Airmail started up, let me know on Patreon. If you're watching this, you have a priority because I'm selling them to Patreon supporters first. I sent one out to a supporter in Austria. I don't know if he wants to be named. Sent one to Austria 2 days ago. But if you're interested in it, I have about 5 or 6 of them I could probably send tomorrow if you're interested in the Hitchhiking Blu-ray. I think it's €40 and $45 and €40 and 40 pounds or something like that. So that those are the prices, I think. and I don't know what it is for Australian dollars, but I think it was charging US dollars for everyone in Australia, or euro, depending on what they wanted. But Blu-ray player first. Yes, this is not a 4K Blu-ray. It's actually 720p, but the Blu-ray looks awesome. I don't know if you've seen the actual Blu-ray disc, but I put a lot of effort into making this box set. You can see here. This is all of the people who picked me up in the ride. Here's the disc. This disc has been stamped on there, so the data is not going anywhere. And then on the back, I put a mock-up of all of the signs that I took pictures of while I was hitchhiking. On the back has the dates of all the places that I went to, and a little timeline. And then I put some of the road signs, and when I departed, and then the first trip, and then when I arrived, and then the first trip. So you could see the parallels between 2003 and 2017. So I thought that was really cool. And then the front of the disc is this, and it's a pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's painted on there. I think it's really. Yeah, it's a very professional looking disc. I was really impressed with myself, and it comes wrapped in a cellophane or something, so it looks like it came from the store. I don't like the fact that they cut me up. You see that? They cut me up in the middle, but it was unavoidable. So I didn't mind too much. It's a really good disc. I put a lot of thought into it. The logo's here on the side. It took a long time to make that. My first swing at merch. But the documentary comes with never before seen OIG episode. I don't know if they're never seen before, but there are some in there. Yeah, there are some in there. There's some stuff in there. I did put no those episodes. I put the episodes that I produced when I was hitchhiking on there, so you can check that out too. If there was any space left on the Blu-ray, I tried to put some extra content in there. Never seen that hitchhiking advice. I think that's an actual episode somewhere. I think it is. I just think maybe that video was not suggested. I think it's I'm not sure. Maybe not. I don't know. But that episode on how to hitchhike, I think that there's like a little extra in there. But what's cool about this, on the disc, I do a director's audio. And in the director's audio, Kanai is on the narration on the microphone for about 5 minutes talking about when we met in Hakone. And we weren't married then, so it was different. Like, we're still kind of dating. So that was kind of special. And then she flew up to Hakodate to meet me there because I hadn't seen her in a long time. And that was pretty cool. And we spent the night in a pretty neat hotel. I did not stay in really nice hotels. This was a fairly nice hotel that she wanted to stay in. So that was like, I was supposed to finish this trip in Hakodate, but we did a stretch goal, and she flew away and was crying, and I had to keep going. So I hitchhiked all the way to the very top because of the stretch goal. I wasn't going to do that. So I did that because of the people. And that threw me off, it threw the project off big time. But it's done. It's a good feeling. Everybody received it. That was a good feeling when you finish something that monumental. Yeah. There you go. All right, I got to get out of here. 30 minutes has turned into 75. Look what you've done. The How to Hitchhike, I believe, is also an episode, but yeah, it's one of those lost episodes that some company took. Yeah, I don't really like to talk about them. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I always take care of your stuff Irvin, this lens is going to be like treasured. I remember when I got this 12 to 24, I was like, I wanted to sleep together with it. It's such a beautiful lens. Um, it's very, very beautiful. The image out of it is amazing. I look at it and goes, how do we go that wide? I love wide lenses. It's like I want to go wider, but this lens is just so perfect. Thank you, Irvin. This is the one. This is everything. Irvin gave us something that we will love forever. This G Master. It has like a button on it. I don't even know what it does. It's a pretty sweet lens. It's pretty sweet. Look at it. Look at it. Ooh. Look at the glass. It's crazy. Look how round and pretty it is. I always keep this on though, because I don't want it to scratch or anything. So there you go. I'll see you tomorrow. I think I got a live stream. I'll probably do a neighborhood walk tomorrow, and I've been eating a lot of food, so it might be a neighborhood walk tomorrow, and then we'll find some a couple more topics. But I'm gonna try to start to relax a little bit on Only in Japan Go, and start doing more things on Twitch. I'll have at least one Twitch stream in December, and then start to do more on Twitch in January. And my goal is by January schedule once a week, at least one Twitch stream once a week, and then start to add in more Twitch, and then connect our Discord server into the Twitch. And then that means Samurai and Patreon supporters will be able to call in on the Twitch stream, and we'll be able to have I think it's going to start with the Samurai supporters at the $5 mark, as well as YouTube insiders. If we can connect up the insiders, would be really cool. And then eventually we'll get the welcome and the travelers in on this too. And then if you're a supporter, you'll be able to call in into the Twitch show and be able to communicate in real time, like talk. But I have to keep it really short because I can talk forever, and this is a problem because we're going to have people on the line. And I want to see if I can get an assistant that will help to set up the phone calls too, because I can't have it where 10 people are talking at the same time. I want to have it where it's more like a show where I know what you want to ask me beforehand, so we can facilitate it better, which is helpful for the people listening and not just the person who's asking the question. Because if we do communicate on this format, it has to be something that's valuable to the people that are also listening. And then this is something that I think we can also export as a podcast and put on iTunes, because I put this on iTunes. I've done a lot of stuff on iTunes before I started YouTube, and I know iTunes very well. And this would work pretty good on iTunes, I think, as an audio thing that you could listen to when you're driving around. Not to compete with Chris Broad, but I think Peter and I would do a pretty good job doing a podcast about Japan. Two guys, and I would like to see if we can get somebody who's not a man in our podcast too, like maybe a Japanese woman would be really good to add a nice dimension to it, because I like listening to, I don't know, we need some diversity, I think. Two guys talking about Japan, two guys and somebody who knows about other things would be pretty cool. We want to have diversity. Are you putting emoji on it? Yes. I don't know how to do it, but Leaflet promised that she would help me set up the Twitch a little bit. So I'm going to ask Leaflet to do a little bit more with the studio. I actually ordered some more lights to try to get the studio looking more like a Twitch thing, but I don't want to go to Twitch. I want, to make it feel like it's John's studio, but not. And I've had to clean up a lot, which has made Kanai quite happy. And now I'm messing it up by putting stuff in my office, so it's not ideal, but where's the podcast? I don't know. I haven't started it yet. This is plans for 2021. but I think the Twitch stream can be turned into a podcast. So we will see. I can see recording it and then exporting the audio onto iTunes. John's actually talking about the secret plans in 2021. It's not that secret. In order for me, like, I'm not competing with the old channel because they're totally different. They're doing something that's totally different than what I'm doing. All right. Number one, I don't even know what they're doing. Okay, but they're not doing what I'm doing. The reason why I left is they wanted like shorter episodes and they wanted more corporate stuff, and it was all about the money. They didn't really care about quality. They cared about, we want like 6 episodes a month, and it's like, if that's gonna mean the end of quality, then this is not what I want to do. And yeah, I what they're doing is not what I'm doing, but I still have to make sure that the word gets out that I have a new channel. I'd say the vast majority of people don't know that I have a new channel. We have a core audience of about, I don't know, like, I'd say like 65,000 people. They found the channel again, but there's a lot of people who don't know yet that their new channel exists. So in January, when I do go live on the Go channel, I'm probably going to hold up a sign for the new channel to try to draw people to go over, that if they see a Go stream, they know that I actually have an edited channel that's new, and it's not that one with these 2 people that are just working for that company doing their bidding. Because you don't want to support a corporation. Why would you support a corporation when there's like 100 really awesome YouTuber creators that are doing better content than what they're going to be making? They just happen to have a bunch of subscribers that I built up for them. So I don't know why anybody would still support that channel. There you go. Have a good day, everybody. Hachiko. I should, you know what? I should get these and just like give them away one a month to people. That'd be pretty cool present, right? The Hachiko giveaway. So I'm trying to think of stuff to make Patreon more exciting for 2021. If you have some ideas, you can let me know. I'm gonna do one more Q&A. I got to keep them at 30 minutes though, because these are getting too long. I'm gonna do another Q&A on the 30th at the end of the year, and then one more between then. So in the next week, we got 2 more Q&As, and the reason why is just because I think at the end of the year, there's a lot more to talk about, and this helps me too try to find a way for me to prepare for what's coming in 2021, because I got to keep thinking about it, and this helps. Take care. Have a good evening, good night, good day, everybody. Oyasumi nasai. See you tomorrow. Neighborhood walk, somewhere really interesting. I'll try to think of a neighborhood. Hope for nice weather. Bye-bye.